Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Continuing our coverage for the House of Representatives and House of Parliament elections abroad. And to shed more light on this, we have the pleasure to have with us over the phone our dear guest, Mr. Taher Sherif, former head of the Egyptian British Chamber of Commerce from London. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Well, Dr. Sherif, could you tell us about the latest updates regarding the voting process abroad?
Yes, it's a pleasure voting for the Egyptians abroad is one of the achievements of the previous constitution of 2014. And really, the voting for those people is a constitutional right for eligible Egyptians everywhere in Egypt and outside Egypt, for men, women, and youth, and all the categories of the society. And we here in Britain, we always, encourage the Egyptians living in the United Kingdom to go to the ballot box and vote for those candidates who are really on the list. But let me tell you something that it might be a good recommendation for the current elections or for the upcoming elections years to come. The first recommendation, I would say that in the United Kingdom, we are about, about 20,000 to 30,000 of Egyptians living in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
It might be more, but there is no actual stat that says how many Egyptians are living in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
But we only have one ballot box at the Egyptian embassy in London. However, there are so many thousands other Egyptians that are living all around the United Kingdom, in Manchester, in Liverpool, in Birmingham, in Leeds, in Newcastle, in Scotland, in Ireland. And those people really, it's very difficult and costly for those people and their adult, siblings to come in London and vote for the election.
Yes.
Which is really makes it very difficult and a big obstacle for those to come. So that's why we always recommend to have what's so-called the e-voting, electronic voting.
Yes.
That application that can be easily developed for those who are living out of Egypt. Second thing is, which is really the poor campaigning and the poor proper campaigning for the candidates. Many Egyptians are abroad, they don't know who are the candidates and what are the programs of those candidates and where are those candidates will be representing them.
Yes.
So one of the other recommendations that we are calling on President Sisi to enlarge the number of proper appointees. Egyptians are living abroad, they need to be more and they deserve to be more represented in the parliament because, it's very difficult for them to go and campaign in the motherland.
Yes.
It's very difficult for them and costly as well to go to Egypt and to represent their circles in Egypt.
Yes.
That's why we are calling on President Sisi to maybe double the number of seats allocated to the Egyptians abroad. The other thing that is really, we are always calling on the youth, the Egyptian youth
Yes.
who are living abroad to go and vote and to go also to, for elections, as this is one of their constitutional rights, and they have to do their part and to do the right for the constitution, and to support those candidates who are eligible and who are useful for the Egyptian regime, especially in this very challenging stage of insecurity in the region, and of the so many obstacles that are facing the Egyptian policies right now. So we need to give them our support from here, not only financial support, but the moral support and physical support to the Egyptian regime right now.
Yes, Mr. Sherif, you've spoken about the role of youth, of course, and there is a very important point you've just mentioned, which is spreading awareness concerning the candidates, the nominees for the Egyptian expatriates to know more about the candidates for the House of Representatives. What are the means you think that the state or the Egyptian embassies or consulates should take in order to provide the expatriates with the information concerning the candidates? Do you think launching platforms on or pages for the embassies and consulates? The role of media, of course, if expatriates are following up or watching, like Nile TV International, for example, watching the Egyptian satellite channel. What are the means of providing awareness for the expatriates, in your point of view?
Yes, that's a good question, by the way. The media has a major role in that area. Because, to tell you the truth, that most of the Egyptians living abroad, really they are not aware enough of who are the candidates. Okay, maybe the candidates, they are shy to campaign outside, or they are incapable to campaign outside. That's why it would be useful for the whole process that if the media could help them to introduce them to the Egyptian expats outside. Okay, that's number one. Number two, the role of the embassies themselves. As I said, one ballot box is not enough for a country like the United Kingdom, or a country like, I tell you, for example, Poland, which is much smaller than Egypt, they have 22 ballot boxes in the United Kingdom for the Polish who are living here in the United Kingdom. So, as I said, one ballot box is not enough. That's number one. That's one of the roles of the Egyptian embassies and consulates. Yes. Okay, and if it's not available, or this solution is not available or invalid, we can do it. As I said, we can create a platform which is e-voting, which is everywhere. It's very easy. We can buy that application anywhere, or we can develop it. And I'm sure Egyptian technology and Egyptian IT expertise can develop this platform for the Egyptians abroad. Yes. It won't cost more than a few millions of pounds. It's not a problem at all. Yes. And I can tell you that the Egyptians abroad, or the expats outside Egypt, they can finance that platform easily. It's not a problem at all. The other thing is how to attract the Egyptian youth to vote where they don't know who are the candidates. That's also a problem now here.
But I think
if I don't know who are the candidates, how can I vote for them? So that's one of the roles of the media, as I said.
Yes, of course.
I myself, I don't know who's who, and who is going to run for the election this
but
time.
actually
that's why one of my recommendations is that to double the number of seats allocated for Egyptian expats in the next parliament.
Yes, but also it's very important for the citizen or the expatriates to try to search also for the names and the candidates and the nominees. Actually, I would like to ask you, Mr. Sherif, also about the feedback from the Egyptian consulates and embassies about the electoral process. What are the news out there?
Unfortunately, it's not proper enough because
but today is a working day. Actually,
the embassies and the consulate they receive instructions from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Egypt, and they do whatever they are instructed for. Okay, so the rule is that the only thing they can do is they open their doors and they open their ballot boxes and they ease as much as they can to the election process itself and the voting process. That's only that they can. They have nothing else they can do to push people to come to the ballot boxes and the voting centers, because, as I said, it's very costly. If I'm living in Scotland, for instance, in Edinburgh or something, and I have two adults, boys and girls, or my wife, and to travel to London to give them my vote, that will cost me at least £2,000 for one day.
Yes, but
tickets,
let me tell you,
accommodation, travel, and everything. And this is not affordable for all those who are living in remote areas outside of London.
Indeed,
Let's
Mr.
be practical. I will never leave my my job on Friday to come in London and vote for those who I don't know. That's why I'm really insisting on one of the very essential recommendations is to build up a platform for e-voting for those who are living in remote areas.
Actually, Mr. Sherif,
not only in London, but let's say
in other European countries and
or in
abroad
Canada,
in general,
or the United States, or in Germany.
Yes.
And the distance is big and far for those who are living outside the capitals to come to the consulate and to the embassies to vote for those candidates.
Actually, Mr. Sherif, today, don't forget that today is a working day in Europe and in London. Maybe tomorrow we expect a higher turnout. And I would like to ask you, is it a matter of a high turnout or a matter of that the Egyptian state symbolized in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs with the coordination with the Egyptian embassies is providing Egyptian expatriates with the rights to vote? This is the most...
That's what I'm stressing, and I'm emphasizing that. I mean, the embassies and the consulates, they are doing all their best. They are trying their best to push people to come to the voting boxes and the voting centers. But, I mean, if they are instructed and financed to build up other centers or create other centers outside in big cities in the United Kingdom, they will do it. But they don't have the means, they don't have the capabilities to do so. So the other thing is, it's a matter of a political decision from Egypt itself, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, from the electoral system in Egypt, to either to build or to open more ballot boxes around the countries, or to develop the new e-voting platform. But I would think the cheapest and the most possible and most valid for the time being is to develop that platform, or the e-voting platform, which will make it much easier for everybody. And also, it will make it much easier for the embassies and the consulates, okay,
Yes.
where they can also, devote less effort and less expenses, okay, for the process itself.
Yes.
So e-voting is the solution, is the only solution to enlarge, I'm not saying doubling, but enlarge as much as possible the turn up of the Egyptian expats.
Yes. Also, what are the logistical support that is provided by the National Election Authority in coordination with the Egyptian embassies abroad?
I'm sure there is a good coordination, but the embassies, they are trying their best. They are doing their best. They are providing all the facilities for those who are to come to the ballot boxes inside the embassies and consulates. But coordination is not enough.
Yes.
But we have to be more materialized and more, I would say, down to the ground, and find a proper and effective, efficient solution for the voting process.
Yes.
Okay, the embassies will never spare a time or will never spare a penny to make the process more feasible, more efficient, and more speedy.
Yes.
But they don't have the means for that. It's not only also the election authorities, okay, but it's a political will. It's a larger political will from the Egyptian government and from the Egyptian decision maker to build up, as I said again and again, the e-voting system.
Yes.
It's not a big deal, by the way. It is very, very possible and very valid, okay? But we have to start it. Maybe we will not be able to do it this round, but probably it will be the next round after 5 years or so. But we have to be ready, ready enough for the coming or for the coming round after 5 years.
Yes.
Okay? So that's it. But the coordination is there, but coordination without any means, coordination without any capabilities, coordination without, effective tools to bring up those Egyptian expats to the ballot boxes. We need them to come. We need them to come and practice their constitutional rights. And we are pushing them. I myself, I talk to all my friends around to push them to go to the ballot box at the embassy. But some of them are in Birmingham and some of them are in Belfast and Northern Ireland. Really, it's not practical enough to convince those people, okay? Unless they have those means, okay, I'm sure that the turn-up will be, not duplicated, but quadruple more than the time being. Okay.
Yes, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your valuable information, Mr. Taher Sherif from London. Mr. Taher Sherif, former head of the Egyptian British Chamber of Commerce from London. Ladies and gentlemen, Egyptians abroad today have casted their ballots in several embassies around the world. Please follow us for more updates covering the House of Representatives elections for the year 2025.